Hello everybody, welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. First I want to thank everyone who came on last night's live read and thank all you magnificent super chatters. As you guys know, there's usually so many people in an hour-long session that I'm unable to get to everybody. So this morning and this afternoon I'm going to be working on all those super chatters that re-commented down below the video from last night, and then I'll get back and answer those questions. It was such a great, respectful, wonderful flow. You guys were amazing. I love how you talk to one another and you already know each other. It's very, very sweet. It was like having everybody over in the living room and like having a little get together. And I promise you that is going to be one of my goals, to try to do that minimum bi-weekly. And with India's help, we might even be able to manage that once a week. So comment below this video, what is a good time for you guys for me to go live? Normally it's between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard USA time, but I know a lot of Europeans, like, you're already in bed at that time, so I'm going to try to switch it up for you guys because that was absolutely amazing. Okay, today's read, I'm very excited. It's basically going, what messages and news is coming in through any forms of communication, through spirit, through other people, what kind of information is being guided towards you to help you in your life path journey. And I have this amazing new deck. I think Fire Witch was using it the other night. It's called Witch's Wisdom, and the book is so beautiful and it makes so much sense. The cards are beautiful, bright and vivid. I absolutely love them. And I'm also going to be using the Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards, and I'll announce those like right before I place them down because you guys really like those as well. Okay, so we have 3 cards to choose from. We have Cleansing, which is water, Fulfillment, which is chalice, Healer, which is witch, and I'll let you take a look at those. I love the black crow down there, and we'll see, what kind of messages are coming, because I do feel like this is the season of harvest and the autumnal equinox. I feel like we become in a more restful place. The summer is about, honest to goodness, there's so many people that say, I feel so guilty when it's absolutely gorgeous out and I can't get out and go to the beach or do this and that. But it can be a bit of a heavier season because we are working with like a lot of humidity and stuff like that, where today Hagen went back to school for the first day. It was so fresh and crisp out. It already felt like fall, which I absolutely loved. So it was amazing. Okay, so we're going to begin with cleansing now. This is saying that you have a deep thirst to connect with the magic of the old ways. The overflowing desire to remember and awaken is running through your veins and speak to your very soul. Your quest has led you to ask questions. I feel that a lot of you have a natural solitary side that encourages you to step away from views and opinions of others and take your own path towards whatever it is that you're seeking right now. So I feel this represents chalice. Water is one of the 4 elemental tools that witches use, the symbol of unity of the covenant. It's passed around the blessed water or wine during a ritual. So your search is a form of procrastination. Be open right now really to spirit and follow your intuition. You're nearly there, so don't quit. Something that has been missing is also going to turn up. You're going to receive an unexpected visitor. Work with the element of water. Check in with your emotions. Drink more water. Water is going to be your element. And also I would love if I don't think I created a video yesterday right after I watched Marissa Peer's new video, which was everybody making, she calls it a mood board, but many of you know it as a vision board, where she did that as well. So many actors, so many performers and people do this, and you can do cut and paste right on your computer. If you want to go to Paris, tack on a picture of the Eiffel Tower. If you want to go skiing in Aspen, have a picture of that. Put your face on that. If you want to be making a certain amount of income, write yourself a check, paste it up there, whatever you want it to be, your monthly income, all of that, and start to really get energy and purpose and drive behind all of that. So let's see what else is coming in terms of energy. So I'm pulling 1 tarot. I'm pulling another. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Another card, and also one of the beautiful, look at that, and you have Lady Autumn. That's interesting. We were just talking about that. Now these cards right here, I love these. They're from the Chronicles of Destiny, and they're really beautiful. So I'm gonna just open the book a crack and see. They just have these things that are called the moral of the story, and I absolutely love them. They're very succinct, and they get to an interesting point. It's very well written. I was so surprised when I first saw this deck. I was like, oh, first of all, the artwork is stunning. But then when I was reading some of the components to the book, I was blown away. So the key words with Lady Autumn are abundance, harvest, fruitful endeavors, collecting rewards, matters bearing fruit, representing rebirth with innocence. This is about in the Northern Hemisphere, September, October, November, and then adjust for the Southern Hemisphere. And I love autumn because it's when the day and night are in equal measure in autumn equinox, traditionally represented the harvest home, time to give thanks for the earth's harvest, collected and stored, ready for the long winter ahead, all of that. It indicates that the harvest and abundance are ready for you. It's time for you to collect your reward. Your hard work that you've put in is now going to bear fruit. I feel the influence around you is very beneficial for you to go out in any situation and assert yourself, new projects for sure. I feel like you're really going to be listening to your intuition over logic, which sometimes can be a little bit pressing for you. It's one of those things where it's, you know, it can be taxing because we're always trying to accomplish and do, and when we're pushed a little too hard, it gets a little rough. But I love this ruler of the realm because it's saying higher powers of authority, the law, officials, large institutions, and structural organizations are going to start to play a part in your life. So if any of you guys are studying law, if you want to become police officers, officials, that you might be studying in formal institutions right now, big structured organizations, maybe some government work that you'd be quite good in, large, very large corporations, organizations, can come into your near future. I really like that. And I feel like you'll be also making rules, like what some of those rules are that go out into the world. You'll be part of that. I think that's very interesting. So again, I feel like you'll be standing up for people's rights. Really interesting thing. Marches, you'll be participating in that. I feel like that's definitely something that can be coming about too. All right, let's see what's going on in the manifestation. Let's see, spell. It's going to be under spell. I like to have a quick peek at this and see their interpretations. So this is, oh, yeah. Not only do you have the Midas touch right now, but remember to use clarity when you're visualizing your desires, right? Use positive affirmations to ensure the outcome that you wish for. Your spells are really working, honest to goodness. So study and follow the threefold law. What you give out, you also get back threefold, right? So if you're smiling, you're trying to improve somebody's day through a kindness, getting them flowers, walking their dog, whatever it is, that kindness is returned. Really study that. Have a look at that because it's quite impressive, the threefold law. But no, honestly, you do have the Midas touch. So whatever you want to enhance in your life, put your focus into that. But have clarity as well, because we can always say, oh, we want lots of money, we want lots of success. But in what? In writing, in communication with people, in family life. What is it that you want to manifest specifically? Because you have the power to do that right now, group one. Beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hello, my name is Melanie, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all the links are down below if you need a private read, anything of that measure. Everything is ready to go down there. So we are now on fulfillment. Let's see what is going on. So Chalice, I really like the way this book was written. This came up last night, and I used these cards for last night's live reads because I felt really connected with them. I had really good, clear messages. It was amazing. So in this right now, it's saying, you know, you have a deep thirst to connect with the magic of the old ways, an overflowing desire to remember and awaken what is going on. You know, use your ancient eyes, your ancient heart right now to really think, because Spirit is going to connect with you through your intuition. Really check in with your emotions. Really ask yourself, is this true about certain things, right? If you're just having a moment and you're tired or you're distracted, know that that's not your entire mood for the day. It's not even your entire mood for over 30 seconds, that you can move a muscle and change a thought and go, you know, I choose not to be dwelling in this pity, this pain, this whatever. And we all go through cycles, and I know myself, I don't necessarily love to get up at the crack of dawn. Once I'm awake, I love it. I love the morning energy, but it's not easy for me to get up at 5 a.m. And if I start in anything negative, like, oh, it's still dark out or whatever, I can go down that spiral, or I can go, wow, I'm up before everybody. I can get some nice communication going with things. I can see the birds as they come out, all of that, right? It's all our perspective. It's always inside of you, the choice of what makes you feel happy, fulfilled, and content, right? Let what you already have be a source of contentment and have gratitude for it, because then more arrives, okay? And the chalice represents water, and that stems back to kind of the Holy Grail and, very ritualistic. I bought a chalice, funnily enough, with these symbols on them, and I find it very soothing to have it close by. I just love it. I love things that are symbolic. I love things that are ritualistic, and it's really time for that. I feel like you're going to have wonderful insights to what you want to do and where you want to go. So let's get some. Ooh, look at this. You have Weaver of Words. You have Invocation. Oh, see, you do have amazing spell casting abilities right now. And also, you guys, you're going to have love messages coming in with this Knight of Cups. I feel that very, very strongly. Let's see what the Weaver of Words. I saw that in the book, and I really was impressed by the writing in that. And I do feel like words are absolutely so powerful. That's why I'm constantly studying individual. What I do is I write down individual words, and I see how I feel physically when I say them. Because things that are very cheerful and ebullient and joyful and sunny and warm, if you start saying words like that over and over out loud, your body kind of transitions into feel like those words, right? Same thing with the opposite, heavy, damp, depressed. It brings you down. It goes down in your throat and your stomach, where light words come up out of your throat and make you feel good. Now, the Weaver of Words is definitely, it's kind of that thing like when we read great works that are by celebrated authors, we can be left in awe of the magic that they weave, right? It's like we're just in awe. They take an idea, they skillfully and creatively craft the words on the written page, and it's a work of art, and it can really be spellbinding, right? Have you ever just been in one of those? Like some of the old greats really do it for me. Anything by Tolstoy. I love Russian. I know it's heavy and there's a lot of poverty, but I love Tolstoy. I love any of the Russian greats. I literally am like Dostoevsky, because I feel it. I feel the cold. I feel the starvation. I feel like the opulence when they're in palaces, because the words they choose are so rich, and they just like embed in my mind and create a whole world, and it's wonderful. So I feel like while the process can really begin with a small idea, it's then the careful work that you're going to put into something that ultimately transforms into a successful outcome. So whether you're speaking to people and you really want to get a point across, you're writing a letter, an email, or whatever, be really precise in your choice of words, because they create a temperature, a feeling, a flavor, everything. Words are really, they can take on a life of their own. So it's almost like in the card too, there's like a golden cloud around her, and she's just kind of like plucking out what works and what fits. So I feel like right now you're going to be really aided in that capacity. You're going to be able to find the words that elevate your conversation, that help you weave a beautiful picture in someone's mind. Invocation, I love that. I'm going to look that up, but while I'm looking that up, I'm going to talk about this love that's coming in, this Knight of Cups. This is a real offer coming in. This isn't a player. This isn't a ridiculous or silly person. This is somebody who's absolutely authentic, will have your best interests at heart, is loyal. Even more importantly, they are a huge purveyor of integrity. It's like they care about, the 4 pillars of honor, honesty, authenticity, love, and they're very trustworthy. And oftentimes what happens is when people bring in new love into their life and they allow it in, is they can second guess it to pieces and be like, oh, they couldn't possibly, this can't possibly, like they look a gift horse in the mouth, because in the past they may have gotten stung and they drag that into their new relationships. But this is all about newness. This is all about accepting the fact that we are in a new chapter. We're in a new place of wonderment. I really love this. So I also feel like with this beautiful invocation that you're going to be able to have love and relationship, but choose a particular goddess or god or angel that's the essence of who you are, and talk to them and bring the invocation to life. I would like this, Archangel Michael, please protect my family and keep me safe. Things like that. Gaia, please help me to protect the earth and my environment. Whoever you invoke is really listening, and you have the power to manifest some amazing stuff through rituals and invocations. Love is going to play huge in your future. So maybe, Aphrodite, goddess of love, any archangel to help guide you, make you feel protected, safe, and, you know, come from a soul space and not any kind of ego, that beautiful thing. And, you know, honor the deities in all their forms through these prayers, rituals, dance, chants, offering, all of those things. I mean, I'm always grabbing everything, medicine bowls, crystals, everything that help enhance, protect, and all of that. And you'll be doing that as well. And if you have any questions about rituals or invocations, come see me on Instagram at Sparkwist11 and just DM me. A lot of people are like, oh, Melanie, do you know what works with this, that, and the other? And I know what crystals enhance certain things, music, all of that. And I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. So love and light to you guys. Beautiful energy group too. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And if you are on last night's live read, thank you so much for your participation. Everybody was so beautiful and connecting. It was wonderful. So gorgeous. All links are down below if you need any other information. Okay, so now we're on to healer. So I automatically feel like this is not only a seasoning of healing, but you're stepping into your own gifts that might have been latent or you weren't quite akin to how powerful they were. I definitely feel like you have a healing presence. I feel like there's something in your voice, something in your touch. You know, this is generational too. And also, I feel that you're going to start to be able to connect with other kindred spirits that are in this circle, whether it's on social media, around, you're going to start really investigating, you know, what is really healing, what is really helpful, what is really going to work with you. Because I feel like you're going to understand a big turn into the holistic approach of things, using food as medicine, because of course herbs, spices, all of those things that have been around for centuries. The Chinese, Asian cultures understand this greatly. You're going to start to be working with some of that. Whoa, you also have the world card, the call. Yeah, see, it's part of your calling. Wow, this is amazing. And magic, yeah, I feel like you do. You have all this at your fingertips. You've always had it, but what happens is we don't even notice. I'll give you for instance, I have a great client that does some long distance Reiki work with me, and she's fantastic. And she is like, oh, she's like, I just tried this new technique and it was met with success. I didn't think it would be that, you know, quick or that, that wonderful. And we can surprise ourselves. I'm serious. If we put our focus in, because that's one thing that is necessary, our focus, if we're bouncing all over the place and it's kind of half-hearted, we don't get the results of something that we absolutely focus on, right? So this is really a magical time for you. Your manifesting abilities are strong. Keep your thoughts and focus really positive. Use candles, bath time, sacred ceremonies, you know, music, crystals, all of those things. I'll tell you what, because I thought I was getting tired and run down, and I made a citrine collar. I put that on. I felt terrific. And sometimes I find that if your head feels really bouncy and your energy is kind of getting too logical, I always put like a crystal right in the middle of my forehead and the third eye. I wear it as like a circlet around my head. That beautiful thing is almost like, it almost puts like a cap on the pressure of overthinking. It's very relaxing. So start to study, but, you know, have belief in your tools as well as yourself. That's the key to keep in mind. Also with the threefold magic law too, that whatever you put out there, you get back. So when you're wishing others well and you're helping them and you're being loving and kind, it comes back to you threefold for sure. Really just sit back, light a candle, gaze into the sacred flame, remind yourself of the connection with source that you have. Your soul spark is immortal, right? So never doubt your abilities to focus your willpower and visualization to get what you want. And with the world card, you're like backed up by this beautiful energy of I can't fail, and I have a beautiful support team of spirit and other people out there, and it is your calling. I feel like the next couple months you're gonna really get your life path purpose. You're really going to get focused on it and go, oh man, why am I distracted by all this tiddly little garbage that's laying around? Or, you know, everything's going to seem just like tiny insects you can swat away now that used to seem like dinosaurs. You know, it used to be overwhelmed by certain things, but now you realize that because your thoughts will turn into your mood, which will turn into your actions, which will turn into your results, you're getting a handle on them. So as soon as you get that negativity, you're like, no, I don't have time for that, because it derails me on where I want to go and who I want to be. And you're banishing it because you're like, I honestly have any opportunity that I want to seize at my fingertips. And it's so easy when we slow down, candle gaze, burn sage, any of these beautiful rituals that ground us and reconnect us to source, to our true power, we receive our calling. That's what I had to do. I had to slow my life way the hell down. Instead of going on autopilot of just working, like when I worked for other people, eat, exhaustion, go to sleep, little time for this and that. I was like, no, this is a whacked out cycle. I do not accept this. This is not who I am and what I'm doing. It was leaving me very little time for tarot, making my jewelry, all of those things, because I was prioritizing stuff that shouldn't have been a priority. And that's where you're having your breakthrough. You're going to know where your priorities land, what's important to you, and you're going to stand up for that, and you're going to demand that time, and you're going to demand that effort of yourself, and you're going to have amazing breakthroughs, and you're going to be in a place of peace, abundance, and really thriving in your life. So gorgeous energy, group 3. I love that energy for you. Yeah, it's time to thrive. You have so much immense magic just circulating here, and good energy and positivity and success. So beautiful, beautiful energy. Again, my name is Melanie. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and all my links are down below if you need a private read, if you want to support me on my Patreon page. I have an Etsy store with all handcrafted jewelry, crystals, and everything. If you come over on Instagram, which is Sparkrist11, the link is down below as well. If people want anything custom made, I do it super reasonably, because I find a lot of sites are way too costly. And I mean, I can get my stones, because I've researched for years, very reasonably, and I think it's important. Everybody should have a little treasure and not have to break their bank over it. So I have all that information down below. Go out, seize the day. It is your time. Amazing. I'm excited for you, because this is really, yeah, it's like pulsating with success, and it's really beautiful. So love and light, you guys. I'm excited. I'm going to go upload